What's up everyone and welcome back to Boxverse for boxing news. Bob Arum warns Canelo Alvarez about Terence Crawford. Bob Arum is not counting out former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford in the rumored fight against Canelo Alvarez. Bob Arum has worked with Crawford to produce several fights in the past and is well aware of his capabilities in the ring. Hence, he didn't mince his words, revealing the secret to Crawford's win in the fight.
Well, I wouldn't count Crawford out in any fight because Crawford has a unique talent. He's a great boxer puncher, and he is totally ambidextrous.
Bob Arum also mentioned that Errol Spence Jr. was utterly outmatched during his fight against Crawford in 2023. Despite being looked at as a neck-and-neck battle, Crawford ended up being much better that night. He won the fight easily, showing that he was stronger and more skilled than Spence. Arum added, so he drives his opponent crazy because the opponent trains to fight a right-handed fighter and ends up fighting a southpaw, and that's what happened to Errol Spence. Spence trained to fight a right-handed fighter and all he saw was a southpaw fighter. Arum believes that Crawford is facing a similar situation, but Canelo is the younger man, unlike the Pacquiao de la Hoya fight.
Well, maybe, you know, I think what Crawford is looking for is Manny Pacquiao de la Hoya fight.
True, that's a good one. You was part of that. You've been part of so many. A few standouts, I mean, Ray Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, Duran, you've been part of them all. I mean, I guess it's hard to pick any personal favourites, I guess, Bob.
Well, those four guys were personal. I said were because Marvin's passed on.
Yeah.
Trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre says Terence Crawford was willing to fight Canelo Alvarez without a rehydration clause because he doesn't feel he needs them to prove he's the best. Bomac says Crawford wants to show the world that he's the best fighter.
Because it sells itself.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think Crawford rebuttal was everybody always say he hasn't fought nobody or everybody that he fought was a no name. But I'm gonna tell you like this, what Crawford said. Well, they was something until Crawford fought him. So obviously he's doing a great job because he's making everybody look normal.
Bomac mentioned that people say Crawford hasn't fought anyone good, but he believes that Crawford makes his opponents look average. He wants to show everyone that he's the best. He believes that if Crawford thinks he's the best, he should just go for it and fight Canelo without any special conditions.
Not everyone, like when they go against Canelo, you know, I don't think there's anyone else in boxing who you would ask and say, this is a possible task for, but for Crawford, because of his pound for pound abilities. And apparently no rehydration clause, am I hearing that right? He wants full smoke at that weight.
Let's go, man. That's what Crawford wants. He wants to show the world that he's the best. So, and why put stipulations in there when you know that you can be the best? So let's go test ourselves.
Moving on, Bob Arum on Teofimo Lopez 3-fight deal. Promoter Bob Arum revealed that the Saudis want to offer Teofimo Lopez a 3-fight deal, which he likes. Arum says TR are happy with the terms of the deal and the ball is in Lopez's court.
The Saudis have come to us and they've talked about making a 3-fight deal with Teofimo, which we like very much, and now the ball's in Teofimo's court to get his approval. But the Saudis stepped up to the plate, and as far as Top Rank is concerned, we're pleased with the offer and the arrangement. Now it's up to Teofimo.
Teofimo's career could be in the dumps after his 3-fight deal with the Saudis ends in early 2026. The problem is that the 3 fighters he is set to face are really strong and he might not win any of those matches. Here are the fights he has lined up. Richardson Hitchens in the summer, Jaron Boots Ennis in October, the winner or loser of Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney 2 in February 2026. Bob Arum is happy with what the Saudis are offering and plans to talk to Teofimo soon to see what he thinks. He also discusses a specific fight where Teofimo would go up against another champion named Richardson Hitchens.
He has been with you guys his whole career. I mean, what has been the issue with, like, you know, you seem to have promoted him well over the years. What's been the issue with Teo?
Well, you know, that's true, and we've had a good relationship with Teofimo. but there comes a time when they're looking to fly a little bit on their own, and that's not unusual. That happens, but I think that Teofimo will like the package that the Saudis have presented, and we'll go forward with him on that basis.
Moving on, Teofimo Lopez taunts Richardson Hitchens over belts. Teofimo Lopez showed off his belt collection on X today and taunted IBF light welterweight champion Richardson Hitchens. Lopez let Hitchens know he won't capture his belts this year.
Yo, Richardson! Yeah, boy! Yeah, Hitchenson! Yeah! What's up, brother? What's up? Yeah! Hey, you could be training right now, boy! You ain't gonna get it! You never will! Look at that, boy! Teofimo better recognize, but we ain't no junior, cause you my son! Son! Ah! 2 of them! Hey, Boots, we coming for 3!
By taking the fight with Hitchens next, he will be getting off to a bad start for his 3-fight deal with Turki Al-Sheikh. Hitchens has the kind of talent to make Teo look far worse than George Kambosos Jr., Jermaine Ortiz, and Sandor Martin all did. Those 3 fights that Lopez lost looked hopeless. The judges saved Teofimo's hide against Jermaine and Sandor, but he was schooled in both fights. Richardson Hitchens, the IBF light welterweight champion, has been vocal about his desire to face Teofimo Lopez. He has sent a strong warning message to Lopez, emphasizing his readiness for a unification bout.
Yo, somebody tell Teo, I'm coming for all them belts, puss. Let's go, champ. This shit coming back to Brooklyn, cause you not from Brooklyn for real. We coming for all them belts. Yo, Keith, tell that boy sign a contract. Sign the contract. Yeah.
Moving on, Thurman seeks to reclaim past glory in return to the ring. Keith Thurman will be returning to the ring in 2 months to face junior middleweight Brock Jarvis on March 12th at the Hordern Pavilion in Sydney, Australia. Thurman's last fight was a decision victory over Mario Barrios in February 2022. Thurman was slated to return last March versus Australia's Tim Tszyu in Las Vegas, but withdrew due to a right biceps tear that required surgery. Thurman stated, "This is going to be one of the greatest comebacks in 2025. Time does not take away the ability of champions." This will be Thurman's first bout outside North America. Jarvis is a 27-year-old who will be an underdog against Thurman. In his lone fight on the world-class level, he suffered a first-round knockout loss to future champion Liam Pero at 140 pounds. Jarvis is confident that he will beat him.
Yeah, I certainly have watched him for a long time. Very, very excited, truly honored to be here. And I plan on making a statement on March 12th. So I'm preparing hard, and I'm really looking forward to this. This is a big opportunity for me, and I want to make the most of it.
Even though Thurman looked good in his last fight after taking a long break, people are unsure if he can keep that up. He hasn't fought since 2022, and Ado Oladipo thinks he hasn't been serious about boxing for a long time. He used to fight once a year or not at all, which makes fans worry about what he wants to do now.
I've heard of it. Keith is back. He hasn't fought since, 2022 when he beat Mario Barrios?
Yep.
He is just... I don't know how serious to take Keith. Keith's been a part-time boxer for like the last 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, he's 1 fight a year, no fights a year. He's just... I don't know. I don't know what he wants to achieve by coming back. I don't know what he has left to come back to do. He is a name. He's a presence. He could fight some up-and-comers. And you know, Keith probably looks at the 147 division and probably thinks, 1 second, it's quite thin. And I could easily go in there, all of a sudden, Riyadh season, make some money, who knows, and do some damage. So look, good luck to him. He's a great guy.
Thurman believes that he still has a passion for the sport, and he will prove to the world. Keith Thurman told to Fox Sports Australia, "At 36, I still have a passion for the sport. I've been world champion twice. I love sports. I have fans all over the world, and this gives me the opportunity to get back into the sport of boxing, which I love." Thurman has a record of 30 wins and 1 loss, with 22 of those wins coming from knockouts. If Thurman wins against Brock Jarvis, he might get a chance to fight for a big promoter in Saudi Arabia. Moving on, Jose Benavidez takes on Bivol versus Beterbiev rematch. Trainer Jose Benavidez Sr. is picking Dmitry Bivol to defeat undisputed light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev in their rematch. Benavidez believes Bivol's speed, movement, and ability to avoid getting hit will give him an edge in the first fight. He believes Bivol can win again in the rematch if he stays smart and doesn't get caught by Beterbiev's powerful punches.
Bivol, I think it's going to be kind of the same fight. It's going to be a really close fight. We've seen everything. Both of them were trying to do the best that they could. Both of them, the styles, kind of like work for each other. And I believe in the first fight, Bivol won. I think this fight, I think Bivol can win again. He's a little bit faster. He has more movement, and Beterbiev, he hits hard. And he's probably waiting for that big shot. And Bivol, hopefully he doesn't stay in front of him and get hit with a big shot. So I think I see the same fight.
Benavidez Sr. acknowledges the tight fight and potential draw, but respects the judge's decision to give Bivol the win. He believes Bivol did enough to win by a slight margin and sees the rematch as another close contest.
Yeah, Bivol by a little. I think he won by 1 point. Like I said, it was a very close fight. Either to me it could have been a tie. But they gave it to Beterbiev. So at the end of the day, I'm not a judge, but in my mind, I thought he did enough to just win that fight.
Callum Smith, who fought both fighters, believes that both fighters are skilled and have an advantage in the rematch between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. He believes Bivol is younger, fresher, and improving, while Beterbiev may be showing signs of aging. Smith also notes that Beterbiev's previous fight was the toughest of his career.
They're both very, very good fighters. I think that showed in the first fight. It was very, very hard to split them. I think I've seen a lot of favour Beterbiev, a lot of favour Bivol. A draw, probably a fair result, but I don't know. I just think second time round, they obviously both know each other well. I just don't know if the timing keeps going on. It favours Bivol a little bit more. He's younger, he's fresher, and Beterbiev, we keep saying it, but he can't keep going on, and that last fight was the toughest fight of his career. It'd be interesting to see how much that has took out of him.
Smith analyzed Beterbiev's performance in the first fight, noticing a lack of explosiveness. He acknowledged Bivol's sharp performance may have made Beterbiev appear older. Smith believes the rematch will be a close fight, but favors Bivol due to his appearance in their first encounter.
It's going to be another really close fight and tough to pick them, but if I had to side with one, I'd side with Bivol this time.
Do you see a change from Beterbiev from the guy you faced to the one we saw against Bivol in the first fight?
Yeah, but it's hard to say. No, I feel like he didn't look as explosive. He feared to maybe age a little bit, but was that how good Bivol was on the night? Bivol was very, very good. He was very sharp, and he probably made him look that little bit older as well. So it's hard to read too much into either performances. It was a great fight. It was very hard to split them. I just favour Bivol a little bit this time.
Dmitry Bivol's training camp for his rematch with Artur Beterbiev is all about refining his speed and movement. Known for his technical skill and ring IQ, Bivol is working on improving his footwork, accuracy, and defensive strategies.
Let's go. Let's go. Power. Power. 10. 1. Come on. 3 more. 4. Yes. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1 more. 10. Yes, sir. Nice. And kick it. Let's go. Yes, brother. Good. Yes, sir. Right off the bike. Let's go. Get to the ball.
Moving on, Johnny Nelson slams Tyson Fury over retirement. Johnny Nelson compares Fury's retirement claims to a kid threatening to leave home but always coming back. He says Fury has done this before, and it's just a way to hype up the next fight and raise the price.
The boy that cried wolf. I think he's retired 4 times now in his career. This will be the 4th. The second thing I thought was, it reminded me of being a kid and you got in trouble by your mum and you said, I'm leaving home. And she thought, go on then, if you go, opens the door, lets you go, you get to the bottom of the street, we turn around. I think Tyson's done that now, and Frank and Spencer Brown and whoever else is saying, okay, yeah, well, good on him, I hope he does well, because they're thinking, you might believe that today.
Johnny talks about how unpredictable Anthony Joshua is, which makes a fight with Fury risky. He also mentions that there's talk of a Fury versus Daniel Dubois rematch, but people aren't really focusing on it.
Without a doubt. And regardless of what showmatch you see Anthony Joshua in with Martin Bakole when they're doing a head-to-head, and there's talk about these two fighting in Africa or whatever, AJ's people will know one fight, because you don't know which AJ is going to turn up, could ruin the financial possibility with a fight with Tyson Fury.
Johnny says both Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are likely near the end of their careers. He believes their potential fight could be their last big payday, so it might happen soon.
So why is he okay to fight somebody else? So again, there's a chance to create the legacy he's talking about and be IBF champion, but nobody's talking about that. For Tyson Fury, they both know they're in the last year of their career. They're not even going to be fighting by the end of this year. And the amount of money that's on the table that can be lost by one stupid mistake or one fighter leaving his tools at home, I think that is a fight that to me is I'm quite sure there are people behind him will say, look, that's a fight we've got to make.
After his earlier retirement claim, Tyson Fury had mentioned that retirement rocks and that he enjoys life outside the ring.
How's retirement doing you?
Retirement rocks. Really enjoying retirement, baby. I worked hard for this, so I'm enjoying every single moment. Peace out.
This statement, paired with his past announcements, raises questions about whether his retirement will stick. Warren respects Tyson's decision, emphasizing that Fury doesn't owe anyone anything and has already secured his legacy with some of the most significant fights in boxing history.
I think he's made his decision today. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but today that's his decision. He was involved in two really, really close fights, unbelievably close fights. And I'm not going to go into all the opinions, my opinion, whatever, but they were close fights, two unbelievable fighters.
Moving on, Anthony Joshua predicted for Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker.
And in the mental aspect, I've obviously declined some things that are draining mentally, and I went away with family, which is always good. And we're back again, ready for a big 2025. I feel good.
Anthony Joshua backs Joseph Parker to beat Daniel Dubois, aiming to set up a future rematch.
Which takes off mental pressure, not just physical stuff. So I let my body heal physically. And in the mental aspect, I've obviously declined some things that are draining mentally.
Joshua, who defeated Parker in 2018 to unify heavyweight titles, understands the challenges both fighters present. Dubois has gained confidence from his knockout victory, but Parker has experience and ring intelligence. Joshua's perspective, having shared 12 rounds with Parker and 5 with Dubois, offers a nuanced view of the ring. He stated, 22nd of February, it's gonna be big. Make sure you tune in. I'm actually gonna come out to Saudi and watch the fight between Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois. Good luck to both men. Me and His Excellency, we have an agreement. He picks his side, I pick my side, and we see who wins. Martin Bacol, a heavyweight with experience sparring with Dubois and Parker, predicts Parker will win due to his superior boxing brain and movement. He believes Dubois' raw power is undeniable, but Parker's technical ability and experience will give him an advantage in a long-distance battle. Bacol sees both fighters as flawed but capable.
I'm looking forward to beat the champion who's going to win the fight between Dubois and Parker, and I'll see what will be next.
Who would you rather fight out of Dubois and Parker?
The winner. So I think Parker will win the fight. I think that's my opinion. But the winner, I'll face him.
Eddie Hearn, a close friend of Joseph Parker, believes Parker's style is suitable for Dubois' power. He believes Parker's patience and adaptability could be key to defeating Dubois. However, Hearn acknowledges Dubois' recent knockouts could impact the fight's outcome.
Kind of like Joseph's unofficial promoter. He's a mate of mine. I love him, and I think he's going to win. I do. I think he's got the style to beat Daniel Dubois. He's just taking it really seriously. I think all fighters just find that moment where they say, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to be smarter. And Joseph, every time you see him, he looks strong. And he's worked really, really hard. I think, by all accounts, I don't know him, but his strength and conditioning trainer, I think it's George Lockhart, has made a massive difference to his engine. And now I think he's taking it seriously. I think he's in the form of his career. And I think he's got the kind of style that will really trouble Daniel Dubois.
Sean Porter, a former world champion, predicts that British fighter Dubois is maturing and on an upward trajectory. He believes Dubois' physical maturity and ability to learn from past experiences will be enough to secure victory.
Love it. I love that he's been busy. His fight with Joshua wasn't a big bruiser, so coming back, and especially coming back against Parker. That's a really good fight for him. I think it's a fight that he'll win, but it's a good boxing match. And then like I always say, more than anything, I want to see good boxing matches.
I think that what's been incredible with Daniel was, years ago he got stopped by Joe Joyce. A lot of people labelled him a quitter. Same thing happened in the Usyk fight.
He had to grow up. He had to grow up, and listen, this is what we know about heavyweights. They mature later than any other weight class, so he matured a little later, and I think he's grown through some of his growing pains, and the worst thing for a fighter is you see our growing pains.
Moving on, Sebastian Fundora versus Cordale. Booked for March. Sebastian Fundora and Cordale Booker are reportedly finalizing a deal for a fight on March 22nd in Las Vegas. The fight and location were originally reported by Mike Coppinger of ESPN on X. Unified junior middleweight champion Sebastian Fundora and Cordale Booker are finalizing a March fight in Las Vegas. Sources tell ESPN. Fight expected to be streamed on Prime Video. Booker has won 6 consecutive fights since a first-round KO loss to Ammo Williams in 2022. While the date was originally reported by Jake Donovan of The Ring on X, Sebastian Fundora appears to finally have a challenger for his first WBO/WBC 154 title defense. Fundora is nearing a deal to face Cordale Booker atop a March 22 PBC on Prime show from Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. Fundora won the WBO and vacant WBC belts in March, stepping in as a late replacement opponent against Tim Tissue. The fight was bloody for both men, Tissue suffering a horrific gash due to an accidental elbow, while Fundora had a broken nose. Fundora took the split decision, and Spence stepped in the ring afterward to set up what was expected to be the next fight for each. Booker is ranked number 5 by the WBO and not currently ranked by the WBC. He was knocked out in less than a round by Austin Ammo Williams back in April 2022, but has won 6 straight since. Booker was supposed to fight February 15th against Patrick Aloti, but now a better offer has come his way. The show will be held at the Michelob Ultra Arena and will stream on Amazon's Prime Video, according to Coppinger and Donovan. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.